Hi, welcome once again to another edition, a riveting edition of Ask Jeff, where we answer your questions as you have sent them in to us. We do our best to get back to you just as soon as we can. Always, we'll answer the question. Sometimes it does take a while, and sometimes it even makes this particular webcast, this web show, this streaming show. This is the question. It's a holiday question. It says, so I've heard from a lot of people, mostly Christians, that we shouldn't celebrate Christmas because it's a pagan holiday. What are your thoughts about that? I actually have a lot of thoughts about that. I have a lot of thoughts about folks who get wiggy about Christmas. And here's my disclaimer. I love Christmas. Okay? I love Christmas for a lot of reasons. And as I give you the answer, I don't want to be flip about answering it. I don't want to be just too quick about answering it. But in all honesty, I think a Christian that has trouble celebrating Christmas is nuts. How's that for being flip? But I think the concern over being a pagan holiday, I think is a misguided, ill-timed, and historically irrelevant argument. And that sounded serious, didn't it? And it is. Because I've never met a person that celebrates any Christmas tradition and says, the reason I'm celebrating this is because it's a pagan tradition. I don't know anybody that uses a tree or a light or some type of decoration and says, I'm doing this because I'm all about that pagan celebration. Historically, what might have been started was certainly streamlined into a bigger celebration. And Christmas as a date was set many years after Jesus was born, but it was done to kind of fine-tune and to kind of hone in. The fact that we don't know exactly what day Jesus was born is the whole point. We don't celebrate a day, we celebrate the arrival of a Savior. And so that's a big deal. And if you go back and look really close, what has happened is a lot of those traditions that we have at Christmas really have been taken and woven into the Christmas experience. And so the story of Christmas can be found and woven through all of those traditions. And so I tend to tell folks that get nervous about that. They're saying, well, we shouldn't celebrate Christmas like the culture does because it's a pagan holiday. That's silly. I don't know anybody that's celebrating because of a pagan holiday. And you probably don't either. But what I do know is a lot of people will celebrate and somehow lose Jesus in the season, and that's wrong. And so I think the quest for followers is to take Christ, make sure that Jesus becomes the focus of the season, because the way that we celebrate his first coming is the way that we're preparing to celebrate the second coming. And so I would say to those that get nervous about it, don't be nervous. It's a great question. Sometimes it's a question that people outside the church want to beat up people inside the church about. Don't let them beat you like that. Just smile at them and say, Merry Christmas. I'm celebrating the birthday of Jesus. I don't know what you're celebrating. And then give them a gift. And make sure they know the reason you give them a gift is because Jesus gave us his gift on that very first Christmas, the gift of love. Hope that helps. It's a serious answer to a serious question, but don't let it tank you. You're okay. You celebrate Christmas. You'll be fine. Join you next time on Ask Jeff.